It didn't start. Alright, I'm gonna get some water. What was I doing? Charms. Start off with a blessing from artists. Muggles. Equip it, yeah, equip it. Just. Oh, so they. Oh, it's a compare thingy. Okay, interesting. Or a view thingy.
Oh, yes.
Something's troubled me a little about you.
Mm-hmm.
You fight so...
Crit. It's a one of weak ones, but we're gonna pray it. I mean, crit's not bad.
You can't stop me.
Yeah, I may have made a bad choice. Zeus. Ow. Damn.
Night. Lord Zeus.
So you are summoned to Hades by that Nyx, the night goddess. Is that correct, nephew?
Whoa.
Well, I suppose she's closest to a queen as your lord fathers like to find down there. I tried to match him up with some more wholesome types, but no. And here we are.
Cast is a burst chain. Is that good? Special lightning. Yeah, special.
Shocking.
Ow.
All mine.
How do you stop taking hits, man?
I'm empty.
Oop.
The power of the gods.
Ow.
Feeling good.
Pair of those feathers.
Lord Zeus has got
Give me a cast. Let's go.
violence. Look who.
Oh, okay. That's what I had time. Oh,
Always a pleasure.
oh. Explosive shoots.
Quite the bow.
$22. That's quite a gap. Ah, worth.
Going in.
Your deaths are but a temporary setback, son of Hades. Though it appears to me you are quite close to...
Oof. Your attack deals. This one's really good. I don't think I could survive on an attack though. Worth. No, it's not worth. Worth. Oh!
Oh, should not have done that.
I forgot. Can't attack. Do not attack. Ugh. Get him!
Perfect.
No, I need health. Can't attack, student. Do not attack. For you, my man.
You've been such a reassuring sight, I thought I'd offer you a token of my gratitude. Wait, you don't have to give me something in return. It was a gift. Though,
Woo!
I don't know what to say, mate.
Thank you. Where is he? Other Olympians? Oh, here is carry on. If only there was coin around.
Always a pleasure, Charon.
Your cast can fire in rapid succession. Yeah, I'm gonna need a dash more. I'm 1 penny short. This does not count as an encounter.
Oh, hi there.
Oof.
Oh, finally. I've been waiting for this. Really.
You must be one of Megaros' lovely sisters. I don't believe we've had the pleasure. Waiting for what, exactly?
So sick of, doing my regular job, uninterrupted, not having to clean up Meg's messes.
I get the feeling we're starting off on the wrong foot.
Anyway, I always wanted to kill a god. You'll
Not now.
Get away!
She's psyching up.
What? Oh! It's alright, it's alright.
going to kill you.
Oh, I'm doing I didn't even see that guy. She's spinning. Oh. Okay, big mistake.
She's charging up.
My turn. Bye now. See you next time.
Damn. That sucks. I like that run.
I guess Electo wins this round. Hey, where's Hypnos?
Hypnos is good.
Those shades are always milling about. Hey, Achilles. My father's hall back there. I don't suppose you'll let me have myself a look. Lots for me to rummage through, I'm sure.
You know I'd do just about anything to aid you, lad. but my ability to do so hinges on me sticking to my post. Though if I do catch wind of anything back there requiring attention, you shall know.
Hi.
Understood, sir. Hey, did you see, boy? The old lounge is good as new again. You ought to check it out. Just don't annihilate it like you did last.
Each savage countenance of Cerberus lights up to hear the news.
Huge.
Don't even think about it, boy. Here, boy. Just as long as one of your three heads enjoys these pets.
My records indicate that you've collected earnings based on some of your accomplishments there, boy. I suppose you need an income of your own, having decided to cut ties and all.
What, you mean the bounties that you've offered up to anybody capable of beating Meg and all your other guardians out there?
They must do better than they...
Be sure to add those to the list.
Enough! Get out.
No money.
Hope Orpheus is okay.
And after that, Dusa, you are to clean the rafters once.
Yes.
Poor Dusa. What's up for barter?
Damn, not enough. Need more key. Oop, where are you going?
Haven't moved a muscle. Hey, you're getting pretty strong there, pal. Though I am being paid to tell you that. But not...
I have to ask you something, mate.
That, pal, is nobody's business but my own.
Shoot aim.
Aegis hungers. What's this one do?
I guess back shots.
Okay.
Ready yet,
Let me out.
The fear of death keeps mortals well in check. You'd best learn to fear something yourself, you hear me, boy?
Fear is for the weak.
I cannot help but wonder, dearest, why Lord Hades would have kept your mere existence hidden from us all this time. Perhaps he knew that once you met us, you would stop at nothing to come seek us out.
Aphrodite. Four seconds. Come on, man.
Strength and beauty.
Pomegranate. I'm probably gonna end up selling it.
A gift.
21.
Might as well.
Do something for me. For me.
You move in darkness, practically unseen, son of Hades. It is quite difficult even for me to sense your presence at times. The Olympians catch...
Oh, hell yeah, what? Okay, that's not cool. Maybe I should have gotten that boon. Oh, it does get stuck in them.
From Aphrodite, have you, nephew? Understandable. But first things first. Now let me add a little something to all that.
Dash?
Poseidon's strength.
Ah, I should have checked the well.
I can't. Can't do that. Not yet.
Ooh! I'm doing serious damage.
I'm empty. Should fetch me something. I thought the crystals were supposed to be pretty.
Get him!
Not yet. Worthless. Done all to pieces.
Well, one good thing about all of the blood you've lost is it was even easier to track you.
Attack could go really hard. Bring the eggs over. Oh!
Just getting started.
Hitting behind this pillar, man.
Charon's shop. Charon,
Hello.
mate. Now, hypothetically, if I provided you with, say, 1,000 coins, would you be willing to give me a ride in your beautiful boat? Upriver, I should say, specifically. I had to ask. I'll take it.
Ah, so then the boat...
He's offering an exchange.
With a tag.
Gods grant me strength.
Attack. I do dash a lot. Now. Dun, 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 dun.
Cool.
I got no money.
The power of the gods. Stronger still. Nice to meet you. Hey, you must be one of Meg's sisters. Nice to finally meet you. My name is Agrius.
Damn. Black 'em. Ooh.
What is she?
Ooh. Damn, she's hitting. Oh, I got lucky. Oh, my life. Life. I thought I died, but I was just stunned.
I'm innocent. Mine.
Still have it, so this should be good.
Moving on.
Cast is actually pretty good.
I'll just go on up. Getting warmer.
Boom, boom.
How do you do?
Whoa, what it?
Nice meeting you.
You're looking worse for wear, I hate to tell you, boss, but we can pick you up and get you going here, I think.
Attack is faster, you say. Okay. Do I have a boon for my attack? I do. Oh, it's lightning.
I can't.
Oh, it's so short range. Summertime. Oof.
That'll do.
Oh, crap. Spilled it. Crap. Interesting. Bum 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 bum. Oh, like where am I? Right here.
I won't forget this.
Can be critical. I think her call is really good, actually. But it's an epic. Damn.
Have I done, good nephew, to deserve such scorn?
Sorry, bro.
Hate to do this, Uncle. Time to win him over.
Damn.
You can't do that.
How does this guy die?
Oh, nephew, but I simply can't stay wrathful toward you.
Do. Jolt's good.
Thunder time.
Yes!
Have to keep going. Let's get out of here.
Give me your call.
Break it up, witches. No.
Damn.
Ugh, guess witches don't like company.
Wow, you just barged into the witches' circle out in Asphodel and they just filled you full of all those...
Yep.
I'll get right on that. Achilles is off duty.
Back already.
Oh, I mean,
Father's chambers, always locked.
Cease with your endless... Welcome home, boy. You're late for dinner. Or breakfast.
That's all right, Father.
I've asked...
Hello.
court magician.
Oh, hello, Zagreus. I was just wondering if you had ever heard of any other court musicians who had lost the will to sing? Your father...
If it's any consolation, mate, I'm certain every single undead court musician serving in the throne room of the god of the dead has been through everything you're going. I can't afford any of this.
Child?
Oh, give me a second.
Wretched broker, what's new, my friend?
Damn. Keys have 5 keys. Yeah, let me just get more of the keys.
I'll buy that. Nix, do you know anything about a softly spoken gentle being under the guise of chaos? They approached me.
Primordial chaos. Indeed, I know them well.
I understand. I
Take a
think.
gift.
How can I possibly accept such generosity, my child? Surely others whom you know are more deserving of such offerings.
Nonsense, Nix. I want you to have it. You've always cared for me. I can't ever repay you for that. A prophecy's been added to the list.
Hello.
Boyo, once in a while, pal, you're gonna see a real fancy bozo try to ruin your good time. You know?
For a good time, beware the fancy glow. Maybe this one. Let's see what's in here.
Oh, would you look at that?
Ornaments.
Which to choose? Might help.
What's the button to begin?
I'm ready. Done and done. How'd that happen?
Ooh, dude, if I get explosive, it'll go crazy.
Something for the mirror.
Oh.
Claiming these.
Artemis.
May I help you?
Ow.
Hey, that's my adamant arrowhead on you. Normally it's for killing things, but in your case it makes it even easier for me to hunt you down. Even...
Woohoo.
Whoa. Hey, that's my adamant arrowhead on you. Normally it's for killing things, but in your case it makes it even easier for me to hunt you down. Even...
Ow.
Hey, that's my adamant arrowhead on you. Normally it's for killing things, but in your case it makes it even easier for me to hunt you down. Even...
That attack is critical.
I'll make every strike count.
Is it 50% chance on each, or just in total? Ow. Oh!
For safekeeping.
Artemis!
You and me.
Oh!
Had enough.
That attack is. Ooh.
Blood and darkness.
We have an intruder.
Just run, that's the goal.
Okay.
3. Don't.
Almost there.
Useless.
Peace and quiet.
Artemis! Oh. And that's a crit? Is that what's happening? Is that what I'm seeing?
In the name of Hades.
Ooh, the call. Nectar.
Thank the gods.
Pomegranate. Ow. Oh, stop it.
Power of Olympus.
Call's gonna be really good. Look at call later.
Sharpen my senses.
You shall regret this.
Oh! Only 13? I don't think it was worth.
There we go.
Oh, like a nectar.
Sure. Delicious.
I'm talking critical. So pomegranates are Greek? No, that doesn't make no sense. Artemis! Mago.
Hi, Charon. I finally met Hermes, god of swiftness, travel, bringing souls of the departed to your boat. Calls you his professional associate. You and you've been working together for a while, haven't you?
Huh? Oh.
You don't say. Don't spend it all in one place.
You know, one thing I'll say for Charon there, he doesn't talk too much. And since neither do you, I'm letting you have this.
I don't think this was like a wise choice. I think it's just like we've only gotten her. I can't switch it up now. Ooh, this is critical.
Who's it going to be? Hello, Tisiphone.
Whoa.
How about no? No murder. The walls.
Damn. And they're angling like that. Hide. Damn, what the hell?
We're not finished. Go wrongfully accuse somebody else.
I didn't even use my call. I should have used it.
Go on and try.
Any boon's worth giving up. Broke out of Tartarus.
I thought about switching to the Sweet Tooth, but I'm not gonna have Lucky Use.
Up here.
Within the suffocating heat of Asphodel reside the vast majority of those who lived upon the earth and died.
Or until I crush their bones to dust. Let's deal some death. much with these.
Can't help but notice you've been timing yourself, boss. Good habit, that. Keep an eye on the time, you'll get faster and faster. Not as fast as me, mind.
I don't have a good cast, do I?
Do not mess with me right now.
Oh.
I'll tell you something, cousin. If even Artemis is aiding you, it's proof your cause is just. She doesn't
Damn.
often take an interest in family affairs.
No money.
Clear for now. Witch's circle.
Whoa. Whoa.
That's for last time.
Oh, what the hell?
The act of sorcery often ends in an untimely death and an eternity in Tartarus for care.
I'm sure the Witch's Circle will reconvene.
After we learned about your plight and your existence from the goddess Nyx, all of us on Olympus rallied to assist you just as best we could.
Oof, took a lot of damage here.
Phew. Where now?
Artemis Mago.
Not much of a choice, admittedly.
Whoa! Dude, I want to pick this one, but I keep getting these. I already do pretty good crit. More damage.
Perhaps you have to fight me here in chest.
Did what I had to do. I angered him, I guess.
Ow. Good. That's crazy. Oh no.
Oh no!
Damn it.
Become ruler of Olympus by forgiving trespasses, young man.
So did everybody miss me? What's the good word?
Oh, what's up, bro?
Oh, hi. I'd ask you how it went, but
Cheers.
You're getting somewhere with that codex, lad. I'm pleased to see it.
I'll try to travel for the both of us, Achilles.
A pitiful attempt.
Just please be careful where you go after you eat all this.
Why, I can scarce believe my eyes. Is that you?
Wow.
Cerberus looks mournfully toward...
No need to drag the dog into this, father.
Anything you say to me, you say in front of Sir.
Oh, hello, Zagreus. You look a little down, and so I...
How about the lament? You used to play that one a lot.
Oh, fancy that one, do you? Alas, I've not the heart.
Okay, rude.
You appear to have grown stronger since when we last interacted, child. Your bedroom mirror may appear to be the cause, but then...
Your faith in me means a lot, Nix.
Here, have another one.
Your kindness toward me is unnecessary, child. You know I have no expectation.
I think of you always, Nix. You raised me as your own, and I'm great.
Weirds.
What's in stock?
200 gemstones. Where?
Gemstones, please.
More.
All right. If this isn't a good expenditure of resources, then I don't know what is.
So wasteful of my brain's resources, boy.
Here. The world could always use a little extra renovating, right?
Keep it down.
Let's see. New details of another prophecy.
I must escape.
You're pretty quick, you know, boyo. Just be sure to use that fancy dash of yours and keep them guessing. Don't let them catch you
Dash like mad. Hey, look at that. My shield. Which one?
Okay, I'm gonna go for health. But to do health.
Go with that one. What's the worst that could happen?
Whoa.
Fixed up. Nice try.
Oh, yeah, health. I need health and I need to find the Dionysus.
I feel stronger. Time to fight. feast for Aegis.
Yeah, that's enough.
You've met your distant relatives by now. We don't all share the same.
Not cool, brother. Not cool. Yeah, I do attack lock. It'll help with survivability.
Excellent.
Good, I think not bad.
I can take it. Well then.
Are they? My man.
Hey lads. That's what you get.
Hey man, I heard Athena had a word with you already, yeah? She's cool though, once you get to know her.
I don't really use Q like that. How long does it last? Could be good.
Let's liven things up.
Make sure to use it.
Tough first.
Ooh. Whoa.
The boon I got from Chaos has a new effect.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't get it.
Centaur strength. I'll guess Electo. Sure enough.
You're no god. You're nothing but a piece of trash.
Oh,
Born into all of
chillax.
this. And you don't even want it.
You seem to have me all figured out. And here I thought we would...
Wow. Want this?
Better start now.
Stop. Stop.
She's powering up.
Oh. Or just hit the fat guy. It'll never mind. Shit, Dionysied.
I don't like her very much.
Gemstones.
The underworld's power. Next stop, Asphodel. Hey, it's my keepsakes.
I think right now it'd be 40 health, right?
Set. Purge boons for coin.
Only have 2 boons.
Up we go then. Change of scenery at least.
I really should not be biting my nails. Artemis! Whoa.
See you. Who dies next? You found me, Artemis.
Hey, you're not alone. You're not alone down there, okay? Here, let me show you.
Cool. Oh yeah.
Onward.
I need to level up.
Nearly made it.
Oh, what the hell is that?
A form of power.
It's gonna do. Is it the first guy I get that gives me the boost? Or is the boost just the fact that I get 2?
The gods want me to choose.
Sure.
You really missed an easy shot here, Zacharias. But I will not.
Had to do it, Artemis. Now she's angry.
Ooh.
This is awkward.
Ooh. There's not enough enemies for it to be worth, brother.
I'm sorry.
Get him. What?
Oh, you're still there, I see. Well then, all right. Let's call it even.
Do I have any critical effects? It is critical. Not very good boons, I must say. Ooh, Aphrodite. What am I looking for here? What am I looking for here? What am I looking for here? Oh, the timer's going. That's not good. Wait a minute. Dolly. Okay. I see. Alright. Well, I will take. I need a dash. Yeah. Oh, what the hell? Brother. What? Stop it. Okay. Not going.
Farewell, gigantic Gorgon head.
Yeah, give me a dash. Oh, what the hell?
Thank the gods.
Speed. It's gotta be this one. Does it tell me what my health should be at? I'm not very good at math. Hermes would be really good. I need help.
Suffer. Strength of the centaurs.
Pomegranate. Okay. With the miss. With the miss. Oh shit!
The dead and care to provide me any insight as to just what sort of hit? That bad, huh?
Okay, not bad. Healing up.
You touch me, and I shall have your head.
Ow. Oh.
What now?
Get him! Closer than I thought. Get him! Right, I'm on the shield. I thought I was on a different weapon. Because I really haven't been hitting it.
Should I change things up?
Maybe we can get a better attack boon. 40 isn't that crazy.
Could use the extra coin.
Ooh.
Just what I need. Bye, Asphodel. Everything's so green.
It brought push to 11. That's good. This is the best thing right now. Nah.
Here I am.
When you catch it, your next 2 attacks.
Daedalus power.
Ow.
Moving all too quickly for you, boss? Well, Dionysus doesn't, as you're probably aware. Throws quite a feast, though.
Special faster.
Let's go, let's go.
Health.
Chariots.
Ow.
Something.
Oh,
Approaches.
no. It's that guy.
Thought you could just get away from me, did you?
Thanatos. I figured it was only a matter of time before Father said you left.
You think this is where they got Thanos from? Dude, that guy. Oh.
Let him come.
Don't do that again.
Damn it, you got one.
situation is under control.
Hell yeah.
Godspeed.
Got more of them than I did, huh? You left without so much as telling me goodbye. I suppose you knew I'd catch up with you sooner or later. Is that it?
I left when it was necessary, Then. I thought of you and hoped you'd understand.
That's more motivation than I've ever heard from you.
Poseidon, what's up? What's up, Unc?
It's that big soul catcher again.
Ow.
All of us must sail through.
Take damage? Not very good. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Flame wheels.
Bro, you get 12? It's active, right? It's not active? Oh, I guess I'm a little closer to 50. Ow. Well, now it's active.
I'm empty.
Get him. Artemis.
Glad I put in the order for a fountain chamber in this area.
Ooh. I just not sure this critical. Caroline, I have money. Ooh, that's what I wanted, baby.
One of my boons got stronger.
Which one? This one? Yeah.
Tell Hermes I said hi, will you? Gentlemen, I'm back. So? You know full well that wasn't a fair fight. Face me yourself and we'll see her.
Silence,
you monster. Alright, focus, big guy. Up. Ow, hits. Ow. Oh, I got that. Damn. Damn. What? Damn, unlucky. Damn, bro. Single-handedly taking up all my health.
Alive and well.
Okay.
I can't seem to open it.
38 newts with let's see what's in here first. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Crap, what do I do? Just 25. Okay, yeah, I got more health. Restore 8%. Remove nothing.
Made it this far. And check.
Where am I?
Ground floor.
Sticks.
At last, the willful prince has ventured all the way up to the...
We'll see about that. These urns have coin in them. Oh no, not this.
No money.
The multi-headed Cerberus stands vigilant before the underworld's entryway.
So it's really come to this, boy. After everything we've been through. Well then, this is how it has to be. There's nothing left to say. No, but seriously, boy. I know why you're here. There has to be a way to make you look the other way.
After a moment's hesitation and deliberation, the voracious hound of hell barks once.
Let's go.
Good. Now I just need to head off the beaten path here and see
Okay,
what I can find.
This diamond, what am I looking for? Money. Go for health.
Maybe this way. Hi.
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
Why do these vermin carry coin?
Oh. Oh crap.
Okay.
Get him, Artemis.
Hope this can get me out of here. I'm back.
Power.
Here goes.
Oof.
Data storage.
A little early.
To eat.
Damage, 60.
Interesting. Which one?
I should do... That's 3 every arrow. I would need to hit 20 times before it's worth. I think I do more than... Yeah, I have that one.
Palm power.
Bong, bong.
Time to deliver the goods.
Ow. Oh. Attack inflicts angles are not that good. Peer pressure? No, but what if it takes over? Whatever. Is it a different stack or is it the same one? I feel like it's the same one and that's not good.
Should I go fight some satyrs to get out of here? Lights out. Lots of coin there.
I don't have an attack. Okay, that's concerning.
I can't. Snake stones.
Get him. Ow. Ow.
In the name of Hades.
I don't even do much critical traps, do I? Ow. I am, ooh, this is not good. Oh, I thought I got hit.
Your hooves in hell.
I'm below half.
You must be hungry, huh?
It's not looking
Something I
good.
can use.
We go Hermes, and then we go pomegranate.
I'll take this one.
I think that's the best one. Okay, so now we do pomegranate. Seems like a no-brainer.
The power of the gods. Just playing, all right, boy. I got your favorite treat.
Terrifying Cerberus accepts the fetid sack.
Hades does not take 140. He doesn't take 40.
Consume the stomach-turning contents.
Doesn't even touch me, I think.
I owe you one, boy.
Just distance, throw shield.
Wow. Oh, of course.
I never grew accustomed to the air up here. It gusts senselessly whichever way it pleases. I suppose you must prefer it to the stillness of the air below.
You know, you're right. The air up here seems pretty good so far. But I will reserve judgment till I've had my fill. I have to say, though, Father, the Helm of Darkness suits you. I'm touched you dust it off on my account.
It should not have had to come to this. For all your antics with me yet around the house,
Well, let's see. You've berated me repeatedly and often. You've lied to me, mustered your wretched forces to kill me over and over.
Mustard?
Sure, I'll grant.
We're gods, boy. Killing one another is our lot. Although I always thought I was above it. I told you that you cannot leave this place. It seems I must enforce my rules myself.
No, you're going home, not me.
Take this! Whoa, 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 whoa.
I suppose that you must hate the very sight of me. You'll understand then why I wear the Helm of Darkness.
Oh, that hit. What the hell, brother? I can't get away fast enough. Get him! Get his ass. Oh, I a little wasted.
You dare laugh out against me like this, boy?
Yeah. Oof. No.
You're as
A little slow on
disgraceful
it.
as our kin upon Olympus.
All right, Gabby. Boom.
Ah, damn you, Father.
We're switching it up to crochet time. It's the crochet hour.
What? Hey, did you see?
After I talk to these guys.
He's come back. He's here somewhere, I think.
Oh, Hypnos and Thanatos.
Achilles on break, I guess.
Hello,
Father.
pet.
Not everybody knows exactly how to give you pets and live to tell of it, right, boy?
Here, take a nectar. Take this.
There's a good boy.
Cerberus is overjoyed to have received such a delicious treat.
Hi.
Money. Mother, is there something I can do to help with all of this? I spend too much time away from the house. Please, let me know.
So these were my brothers?
You are already doing what you can to...
I understand.
Farewell.
May I help you?
Take this.
Flattery won't get you anywhere.
Flattery never got me anywhere with you to begin with, Meg. Doesn't mean I won't keep trying. I am ever step.
So, Zagreus, how's it going with that pact of punishment you signed? You've made some meaningful improvements.
I'll fight my way out of this place or earn it. The pact is nothing to me other than a way to keep things lively.
You are delusional.
I do indeed.
Item reward. Only add more coin.
It was only a matter of time, I
Hell
suppose.
yeah. Hell yeah. Ooh, let me go back then.
What's in stock? Trade you these gemstones.
Just the one diamond,
Ooh,
and
is
that
that
gives
gold
me a
musician?
fishing stone. Hell yeah, fish.
Let's go with this. I positively cannot wait to see what sorts of foul creatures I'll dredge up with this. Hey, welcome.
I was one for the historians, let me tell you. Whoa!
What's for breakfast?
The ancient casks of wine hidden within the recesses of the House of Lord Hades.
Still waiting for the festive occasion when we'll open one of these.
Boom, 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 boom. I either do this or unlock the weapon. I think I unlocked the weapon.
Lucky little tip, boyo. You find any coinage while you're out there, you be sure to pawn it off to that old Kieran, Bo.
Thanks, mate. Note.
Gun.
This one. Hexagriff, the rail of adamant. Annihilate all who oppose me.
Go on, boyo, shoot me. Let's see it.
I can't.
It's an eagle? This is from Greek mythology. That don't seem very Greek to me. Okay. By Death Defiance, so I have to know. Hell yeah.
Mixes strength.
Quit.
The next stitch.
Around.
Oh, thank you. It's the crochet hour. Alright, good. Oh, is that 50? Oh, is that 50? What am I doing?
And deliver messages, frequently travelling between Olympus and the underworld. Here, he would help Hades, acting as a shepherd for the souls of the dead, guiding them as they made their way to the afterlife.
Pan and Ceres.
Like the other gods, Hermes was known to father many children with various women, but one of his sons, Pan, the god of nature and fertility, would be born with the features of a satyr, creatures that were part man and part goat. But when he was born, Pan's mother, a nymph named Dryope, was so horrified to see her newborn baby with a pair of horns, a full-grown beard and hooves, that she would run away screaming in terror at the very sight of him. However, Hermes would take his child up to Mount Olympus and introduce him to the rest of the gods, who were so intrigued by the boy's hideous appearance and charmed by his playful attitude that they would soon come to adore him. None would love him more than Dionysus, the god of wine and parties, who would give him the name Pan, meaning all, as he was beloved by all the gods of Olympus. But much like his father, Pan was known for his many affairs with nymphs, the nature deities that inhabited streams and forests across the world. But one nymph by the name of Syrinx would become the object of Pan's affections, with him pursuing her through the marshes where she lived. Terrified of the god, Syrinx would try desperately to escape him, transforming herself into a bed of water reeds when she neared the river's edge. When Pan finally reached the river, he would tear through the marsh, trying to uncover the terrified nymph. But as he did so, a strong breeze would blow through the reeds, producing a beautiful melody unlike any he had heard before. Inspired by the sound, Pan would uproot the reeds and bind them together with wax, creating a set of pipes. Sitting down, he would play a tune in the memory of his lost love Syrinx, with the instrument being named the Pan Pipes after its creator, created by producing. But as he did so, a strong breeze would blow, trying to uncover the When Pan finally reached the river, he would tear through the marsh, trying to uncover the terrified nymph. But as he did so, a strong breeze would blow through the reeds, producing a beautiful melody unlike any he had heard before. Inspired by the sound, Pan would uproot the reeds and bind them together with wax, creating a set of pipes. Sitting down, he would play a tune in the memory of his lost love Syrinx, with the instrument being named the Pan Pipes after its creator, and carried by the god wherever he went. The god of wine and parties, Dionysus would have an unusual birth when his mother Semele asked Zeus to appear before her in his true form, the sight of which would cause her to die of terror. Taking the infant that was growing inside her, Zeus would place it in his thigh until the baby was fully grown, with Dionysus being born a few months later. Becoming one of the most loved gods in Greece, Dionysus would be seen as a symbol of pleasure, with his followers engaging in mass drinking, crazed dancing and lovemaking. Known as the Liberator, Dionysus would create a new drink called wine, which helped his followers stem their pain, while also bringing them joy and euphoria.
Metis.
While he spent much of his time partying, Dionysus was also a generous god, willing to grant mortals their deepest desires. After saving a close friend of Dionysus, King Midas was granted a single wish in thanks. Obsessed with wealth and fortune, Midas asked for his deepest desire, the power to turn anything he touched into gold. Dionysus would grant Midas his wish, with him returning to his palace in joy, touching everything the eye could see. Soon the floors, walls, and even his clothes were gold, with Midas flaunting his wealth to guests from across the kingdom. After displaying his abilities for hours, Midas would become parched, ordering his servants to fetch him some water. However, as the liquid touched his lips, it too would turn to gold. Panicking, he would reach out across the table, but the bread, wine, meat and fruit would all turn into the precious metal, Nothing he touched could be consumed. Cursing the gift, Midas would begin to cry, with the sound of his sobbing alerting his daughter, who came to console him. But as she touched his hand, her fingers would begin to stiffen. Soon her whole arm was gold, and before long, all that remained was a statue of a little girl reaching out to comfort her father. Mourning the loss of his child, Midas would return to Dionysus, begging him to revoke his gift. Pitying the man, Dionysus instructed him to bathe in the river Pactolus, with his golden touch being washed away in the water. Becoming a normal man once again, the story of King Midas would serve as a warning for those who would prioritize wealth above all else. One of the 12 Olympians and the sister of Zeus, Demeter was the goddess of farming, ensuring that the harvest was rich and that the land remained fertile. Under her watch, the fields knew no decay, with the earth consumed in an endless spring. But there was one thing she prized above all else, her daughter Persephone. However, Persephone had another admirer, with Hades taking a keen interest in her. One day, while she was strolling through a meadow, a beautiful flower would bloom before her, a narcissus, something she had never seen before. But when Persephone reached down to pluck it, the earth would break open and swallow her, with Hades dragging Persephone down into the underworld, where she would be forced to marry him. Distraught at her daughter's disappearance, Demeter would search for 9 days and nights, until the sun god Helios revealed her captor's identity. Demeter would lock herself away for an entire year, refusing to return until Persephone was released. But without the goddess of farming, the world entered into a great famine, with the fields turning barren. It was only now, with humanity on the brink of starvation, that Zeus was forced to intervene, ordering Hades to return Persephone to her mother. Although Hades would agree, before she left, he fed Persephone the food of the dead, a single pomegranate seed, binding her to the underworld for eternity. In order to save humanity, Zeus was forced to make a compromise. For 9 months of each year, Persephone would return to live with her mother on Olympus, with Demeter's joy causing nature to bloom across the earth. However, for the final 3 months, Persephone would return to Hades in the underworld, a period we now call winter, with Demeter's grief at the absence of her daughter, causing the plants to die and the world to freeze over. And so it was that the seasons began. Of all the gods of ancient Greece, there were few feared more than Hades. The brother of Zeus and Poseidon, Hades was lord of the underworld, an isolated place where the souls of the dead would reside. But although he ruled the kingdom of the dead along with his wife Persephone, Hades would not command death itself. Instead, that power lay with Thanatos, who would claim the souls of mortals when they died, with Hermes the messenger god, then guiding the souls to the shores of the underworld. Waiting at the shore would be the eternal ferryman Charon, who was the only one able to guide the deceased across the deadly river Styx, a giant waterway that separated the earth from the underworld. Only those who had coins placed under their tongue when buried were able to pay Charon's fee, with those who could not afford the journey, destined to wander the shores of the river Styx for 100 years before they were allowed to cross. Having travelled along the river Styx, the souls would pass the White Rock before arriving at the giant adamantine gates of the underworld, where Cerberus, the 3-headed dog, stood guard, ready to devour intruders or those trying to escape. Resuming their journey and coming ashore, the souls would be directed towards the court of the underworld, where 3 judges would decide their fate. The judges would examine each soul, looking through every action they had made while alive. For those who had not angered the gods, a tranquil place lay before them, but for those who had, an eternity of misery and suffering awaited. After a judgment was reached, the souls would be directed along one of 3 paths, either to the fields of Asphodel, the eternal paradise of Elysium, or to the deepest depths of Hades' realm, Tartarus, a place of scalding fire. The fields of Asphodel were a peaceful place for those who did not achieve anything notable in life, good or evil. It would be here that most souls were sent, and after 1,000 years had passed, and their time had finally come to an end, each person would drink from the river Lethe, whose waters would wipe away their memory. Born anew, each soul having forgotten their previous life would be reincarnated and returned to the earth, starting the eternal cycle once more. The second path, however, would lead to Elysium, a paradise of eternal bliss, where the souls of heroes, demigods, and especially good mortals would reside. Those sent here were loved by the gods and could experience all of life's pleasures, with parties, feasts, and hunting consuming much of their time. Each soul would be given the option to return to Earth, but most would choose to stay and not have to endure once again the hardships of life. Within Elysium, but across the shore, lay the Isle of the Blessed, reserved only for the greatest of heroes, with Helen of Troy, Achilles, and Odysseus, all residing there for eternity. The third and last path would lead to Tartarus, the deepest depths of the underworld, reserved only for the worst of criminals and those who had offended the gods. It would be here that Cronus and the other titans would reside, looking on for eternity as new souls entered the realm of the damned. This would be the only place Hades would become involved, with the god himself designing and overseeing each soul's punishment based on their previous crimes. For the Danaides, 49 sisters who had each killed their husbands, Hades forced them to fill a tub with water to cleanse them of their crimes, but as the tub would always leak, they would spend an eternity trying to fill it. Ixion, the first man to murder a family member and who had grown lustful for Zeus's wife, would be bound to a wheel of fire that would spin for the rest of time, whereas Tantalus, a man who had killed his son and stolen from Zeus, was cursed to eternal hunger and thirst. He would stand in a pool of water with the branches of a fruit tree hanging above him. However, as he went to quench his thirst, the water would recede, and as he went to eat, the branches would rise out of reach, forever leaving him in a state of agony. But of all the punishments, the most famous would be given to Sisyphus. Having cheated death multiple times, Sisyphus would pay the ultimate price for tricking the gods. Every day he was to roll a boulder up a steep hill, only to have it slip from his grasp as he neared the peak. Having to start over again and again, Sisyphus would suffer his punishment for the rest of time. Although Hades would have complete control over the underworld, his realm was so vast that he had to enlist the help of the Furies to carry out his punishments. But they would not only be confined to the realm of the dead. The murder of a family member was considered so terrible in Greek society that even those still alive could not escape Hades' wrath. They would be hunted down and tormented by the Furies, 3 sisters from the underworld who would not stop until they had avenged the dead and driven their target insane. It would be the underworld they called home, resting here before their everlasting torment of the human soul began once again. Travelling across the underworld would also lay the Fields of Mourning, a resting place for those who had spent their life pursuing love, only to be rejected. The anguish they felt would condemn them to this dark and haunting forest, where they would forever mourn the love they never had. In the far corner of the underworld lay the Land of Dreams, an island only accessible to the gods of Olympus. Ruling over the island would be Morpheus, the god of dreams, who each night when all were asleep would, alongside his 2 brothers, control the dreams of not only mortals but the gods too, either granting them pleasant visions of the future or haunting them with the worst of nightmares. So powerful was Morpheus over the unconscious mind that he would be used to name the drug morphine, a pain medication renowned for sending its users to sleep. The true seat of power, however, did not rest in the Land of Dreams, for the underworld had only one ruler, the mighty Hades, who lived in a grand palace deep within the earth. Hidden away on an island engulfed by fire, those who searched for his home without an invitation would become lost in the dark and winding halls of the dead. But while the underworld was filled with punishments, Hades and Persephone were not cruel rulers, and would take pity on mortals who found their way to their kingdom. Orpheus, a famed musician and poet, had fallen in love with the beautiful Eurydice, but on their wedding day, Eurydice would be killed by a snakebite, with Orpheus left alone in despair. Grieving and desperate to see his wife once again, he would decide to travel to the underworld to retrieve her. Arriving at the river Styx, he would take out his lyre and play a beautiful song for Charon, who was so moved that he ferried Orpheus across the water for free. Upon reaching the other side, he would be confronted by Cerberus, with the tune he played so sweet that the three-headed dog would be lulled into a deep sleep. Finally, he would reach the palace of Hades and Persephone, playing for them a song about his lost love Eurydice. With tears welling in his eyes, Hades would take pity on Orpheus and agreed to release her soul, but only on the condition that Orpheus refrain from laying his eyes upon her until they were both out of the underworld. Overjoyed, Orpheus would agree and began to lead his bride through the dark and winding halls of the dead. But as he neared the surface and the daylight shone upon his face, he would be overcome by excitement, turning around to look at his wife. But Orpheus had not yet completed the journey, and so, as his eyes fell upon her, Eurydice would be dragged back down into the realm of death, never to return. It was a lesson to all Greeks in the virtues of patience and restraint, for if Orpheus had resisted temptation when his goal was so close, Eurydice, the love of his life, would have been with him once again. With the gods having established control over the world and the realm of the dead, the heroic age would soon begin, with warriors from across the land embarking on great adventures that would become legend. The first in this generation of heroes would be Cadmus. The brother of Europa, Cadmus would spend many months searching the land for his sister, but as she had been abducted by Zeus, her location would be impossible to find. Desperate for information, Cadmus would make his way to the Oracle of Delphi, but she would inform him that his sister was lost forever, and not to dwell on her absence. Instead, she would tell Cadmus the gods had special plans for him, and that he was to follow a sacred cow and found a city upon the place where it came to rest. Following the oracle's instructions, Cadmus would find the cow nearby, following it for days into the region of Boeotia, where it would finally lay down to rest. Upon that very spot, he would found the city of Thebes, which would become one of the greatest cities of ancient Greece, rivaling the likes of Athens and Sparta for power and influence.
Thebes?
To sanctify of Athens, one of the greatest cities of ancient Greece, rivaling the likes of Athens and Sparta for power and influence. To sanctify the city and receive blessings from the gods, Cadmus intended to sacrifice the sacred cow to Athena, a ceremony that required water from a nearby spring. But when Cadmus sent his companions to collect the water, they would find the spring guarded by a ferocious dragon, who slew them as they tried desperately to escape. Hearing screams, Cadmus would run to the spring, only to find the dragon devouring his friends. Taking a spear, he would lunge forward and impale the beast, with the dragon unleashing a terrible scream as it took its last and final breath. Little did Cadmus know that the dragon was sacred to Ares, and that by killing it, he had committed a crime against the god of war. Ares would spare his life, but would force Cadmus to serve him as a slave for 8 years before his actions could be forgiven. But for Ares, his troubles would not only be confined to earth, for on Mount Olympus, Hephaestus, the god of smithing, had discovered one of Ares' deepest secrets. Hephaestus was married to Aphrodite, the goddess of love and beauty, but Aphrodite had not been faithful. The goddess of love's deepest secrets. Hephaestus was married to Aphrodite, the goddess of love and beauty, but Aphrodite had not been faithful, having an affair with Ares. The romance had lasted many years, with Aphrodite secretly bearing Ares a child called Harmonia. When she came of age and Cadmus had finished his many years of service, Ares was so impressed by his devotion that he would offer his daughter Harmonia to Cadmus as a bride. Hosting a great wedding celebration in Thebes, the two would wed, with all the gods of Olympus happy for their marriage bar one. For Hephaestus, having just found out his wife had had an illegitimate child, would present Harmonia with a cursed wedding gift, a beautiful necklace that would bring misfortune to any family who possessed it. Unaware of the curse the necklace contained, Cadmus and Harmonia would go on to rule the city of Thebes for many years, enjoying a long life and having 5 children together, 4 daughters and 1 son. Yet soon, the curse of Harmonia's necklace would bring ruin to the house of Cadmus. Their youngest daughter Selene would be the first to suffer tragedy. Having spent a night with Zeus, Selene would fall pregnant with the god Dionysus, but the cursed necklace would soon bring about misfortune, with Selene bursting into flames when she saw Zeus's true form. Her sister Ino would also suffer misfortune, with her husband Athamas going insane and killing their children, with Ino herself jumping to her death while trying to escape him. The third daughter of Cadmus, Agave, would give birth to a son named Pentheus, who would become the second king of Thebes after Cadmus decided to retire in his old age. But Pentheus would make a deadly mistake, deciding to ban the worship of his divine cousin Dionysus in the city. In revenge, Dionysus would drive all the women of Thebes into a frenzy, who would tear Pentheus limb from limb, with his own mother Agave ripping off his head while under Dionysus's spell.
Oof. It's tough.
And finally, Autonoe, the last daughter of Cadmus and Harmonia, would be the mother to the hunter Actaeon, who would be transformed into a deer and devoured by his own hunting dogs after he accidentally saw the goddess Artemis bathing in the forest. With the necklace of Harmonia being passed from generation to generation, the curse of the house of Cadmus would continue, with each new descendant suffering misfortune. However, the necklace's curse would torment one man in particular, Oedipus, the 7th king of Thebes, whose tragic story would bring tears to the eyes of all who heard it. The son of King Laius and Queen Jocasta of Thebes, Oedipus would face hardship from the very beginning of his life. His father Laius, the city's 6th king, had consulted the Oracle of Delphi about the future of his lineage, but the prophecy he received would not be to his liking, as it was foretold that he would die at the hands of his son. And so, when his first son was born, Laius would bind his feet, hanging the boy on the branch of a tree to die. But a shepherd would soon stumble across the helpless child, retrieving him from the tree and taking him home to safety. As the child's ankles had been damaged, he would name the infant Oedipus, meaning swollen foot. Wanting the best for the child, the shepherd would deliver Oedipus to the king and queen of Corinth, good people who could not conceive a child of their own. Oedipus would experience a happy upbringing in Corinth, but as he reached manhood, he would begin to wonder about his true parentage. Making his way to the Oracle of Delphi, he would ask who his true parents were. In reply, the Oracle only warned him to stay away from his homeland, otherwise he was destined to kill his father and marry his mother. Horrified by the prophecy and believing that it referred to his foster parents, the king and queen of Corinth, Oedipus vowed never again to return to the city. Instead, he would travel to Thebes, which, unknown to Oedipus, was the true land of his birth. On the road to Thebes, Oedipus would come to a narrow junction where a large chariot blocked his way. But the chariot's passenger, an impatient man, would speed past Oedipus, knocking him off the road while hitting him on the head with a stick. Furious, Oedipus would chase after the chariot, killing all those on board, including the elderly man who had struck him. Unknown to Oedipus, he had already begun to fulfill the prophecy, as the old man lying dead at his feet was none other than his true father, King Laius. Continuing his journey, Oedipus would reach the gates of Thebes, only to discover that the city was plagued by a monster, the Sphinx, sent there by Hera to punish the city for the crimes of its kings. With the head of a woman, the body of a lion, and the wings of a bird, the Sphinx would ask anyone wishing to enter or leave the city a simple riddle. What animal has 4 legs in the morning, 2 at noon, and 3 in the evening? None yet had solved the riddle, and those who failed would be killed and eaten by the Sphinx. The rulers of Thebes were so desperate to get rid of the creature that they offered the throne to anyone who could kill it. Approaching the monster, Oedipus would be asked the riddle, with the Sphinx eagerly waiting for yet another kill. But after thinking long and hard, Oedipus would finally give his answer: man. For in the morning, man is a child, crawling around on all 4s. Then, at noon, in the prime of his life, man walks on just 2 legs. And finally, in the evening of his life, man walks with the aid of a 3rd leg, a walking stick, to help him keep balance. Shocked by her defeat, the Sphinx would jump off a tall rock to her death, with Oedipus entering the city of Thebes as a hero. Being crowned king for ridding the city of the Sphinx, he would also be gifted the recently widowed Queen Jocasta as his wife, with the two having several children together. But unknown to Oedipus, he had just married his own mother, with the prophecy now complete. The two would live happily together for a time, but it was not to last, with the gods casting a plague upon Thebes as punishment for the crimes of patricide and incest that Oedipus was still unaware he had committed. With the plague getting worse by the day, the shepherd that had saved Oedipus as a child would finally reveal to him his true identity. Horrified by the revelation that she had married her own son, Queen Jocasta would hang herself, with Oedipus soon finding her body. Overcome by grief at the death of his mother and wife, Oedipus would take the golden brooches from her robe and blind himself with their sharp pins. Disgusted by the revelation of his identity, the people of Thebes would exile Oedipus, with only his daughter Antigone choosing to accompany him. Blind and poor, he would spend his remaining years wandering the land as a beggar, with all those he encountered hurling abuse at him for his crimes. The only comfort he received was knowing his daughter was by his side, with Oedipus dying an old man, having realised that no mortal can outrun their fate. His story would resonate throughout the ages, inspiring the works of Sigmund Freud, whose Oedipus complex would propose that every young boy would lust for their mother, while feeling resentment towards their father, much as Oedipus had. But although the House of Cadmus was the first great heroic family, a new line of heroes would soon emerge. For there was another kingdom that sat between the great cities of Athens and Sparta, Argos, ruled by King Acrisius. But Acrisius had been informed of a terrible prophecy by the Oracle of Delphi, warning him that his grandson, soon to be born, was destined to murder him. It would not be long until Zeus, having seen the king's daughter Danae, would be struck by her beauty, sneaking into her room as a shower of gold. With the gold falling upon her, Danae would fall pregnant, soon giving birth to a son, with the warning him that his grandson, soon to be born, was destined to murder him. It would not be long until Zeus, having seen the king's daughter Danae, would be struck by her beauty in Sparta, Argos, ruled by King Acrisius. But Acrisius had been informed of a terrible prophecy by the Oracle of Delphi, warning him that his grandson, soon to be born, was destined to murder him. It would not be long until Zeus, having seen the king's daughter Danae, would be struck by her beauty, sneaking into her room as a shower of gold. With the gold falling upon her, Danae would fall pregnant, soon giving birth to a son she would name Perseus. But King Acrisius, terrified that the prophecy was coming true, and not able to kill his daughter and grandchild, would banish them from his kingdom, locking them in a chest and letting it drift out to sea. Travelling for many days and nights at sea, they would soon arrive upon the shores of Seriphos, where they would be discovered by the fisherman Dictys. Dictys would raise the boy as his own, with Perseus soon reaching manhood on the island. But not all would be well, for the fisherman's brother King Polydectes had noticed the beauty of Danae and desired her as his wife, but she was always protected by her son Perseus, who never left her side. Wanting to have Danae to himself, King Polydectes would look to find a way to get rid of Perseus, with an opportunity soon presenting itself. Hosting a great feast, Polydectes would invite guests from across the island, with each man expected to bring a horse in tribute. But Perseus, having no money to his name and possessing great speed and strength, instead boasted he could easily deliver the king a greater gift, the head of Medusa. It was the opportunity Polydectes had been waiting for, with him ordering Perseus to collect the head. Not expecting the king to take up his offer, Perseus would set out in despair, having only heard the terrifying tales of the creature that awaited him.
Medusa.
But Medusa had not always been a terrifying creature. The daughter of the sea gods Phorcys and Ceto, Medusa was one of 3 sisters, renowned for their unrivaled beauty. The only mortal sister, Medusa would also be the most beautiful, with any man that set eyes on her immediately falling in love. But despite this, Medusa would dedicate her life to Athena, the goddess of war and wisdom, taking a vow of celibacy so she could serve as her priestess. However, one day while she was walking by the sea, the god Poseidon would be struck by her beauty, following her back to Athena's temple, where he would force himself upon her. Furious at the act performed in her sacred temple, and not able to turn her rage upon her powerful uncle Poseidon, Athena would instead place the blame upon Medusa for allowing herself to be defiled and breaking her vow of celibacy. Wielding the power of the gods, she would curse Medusa, distorting her once beautiful features into a hideous visage. Where her long and flowing hair had once been was now a tangled web of snakes, and where her eyes had once seduced any man would now turn those who looked upon them to stone. But Medusa's sisters who came to her defense would not escape Athena's wrath, with each of them transforming into hideous creatures, with the 3 sisters becoming known as the Gorgons. Exiled from their homeland, the 3 sisters would find a new home in North Africa, but their troubles would soon continue, as warriors from across the world would come to hunt them for sport. As the years went on and their loneliness continued, the hate they felt for the outside world would begin to grow, with Medusa and her sisters killing any who came near. With Perseus having set out to slay Medusa, both Athena and Hermes would soon approach him offering aid, with Hermes gifting Perseus an indestructible sword, and Athena giving him an exquisite shield, so polished that he could see his own reflection. Knowing he would need more items to defeat Medusa, Perseus would next seek the help of the nymphs, forest deities that tended to the garden of the Hesperides. Soon finding the nymphs, Perseus would ask for their assistance, with them gifting him a pair of winged sandals, Hades' hat of invisibility, and an enchanted bag which could safely contain Medusa's head. Following the nymph's directions, he would use his winged sandals to fly to North Africa, where Medusa's cave was located. Sneaking into the cave, Perseus soon came across Medusa, sleeping amongst the stone corpses of her victims. Using the reflection in his shield, Perseus was careful not to look directly at her, with her gaze able to turn any man to stone. Seeing only her reflection, he would draw his sword and swiftly cut off her head, being careful not to look at her eyes as he placed it inside the enchanted bag. But to Perseus' surprise, from Medusa's body would spring Pegasus, a beautiful winged horse, Poseidon's child, who had been growing inside her all this time. Mounting Pegasus, Perseus would fly out of the cave and begin the journey home to Greece. Soaring across the ocean, Perseus would look down at the waves below, shocked to see a woman chained to a rock. The woman was the beautiful Andromeda, princess of the kingdom of Ethiopia, who had been placed there as an offering to the gods, in the hopes that her sacrifice would save the kingdom from the terrifying sea creature Cetus, who had been ravaging the shore, killing all those it came across. Captivated by Andromeda's beauty, Perseus would approach her parents, the king and queen of Ethiopia, offering to slay the creature in return for Andromeda's hand in marriage. Relieved, they would quickly accept, with Perseus flying over the monster with his winged sandals, slashing it with his sword until the beast was dead. Returning Andromeda to the shore, the queen would honour her word, giving Perseus her blessing, with the two soon marrying. With his new bride in hand, the pair would mount Pegasus, flying back to the island of Seriphos, where Perseus's mother awaited. But things were not as Perseus had left them. His mother Danae had continued to reject the advances of the king, but without Perseus there to protect her, she was forced into hiding. Having seen that King Polydectes had turned to violence to gain his mother as a bride, Perseus would fly down to the palace in anger, with the king's guards drawing their swords. Taking Medusa's head from his bag, Perseus would hold it out before him, turning the soldiers to stone. Panicking, the king ran for his spear, but it was too late, with Perseus holding Medusa's head before him, forever immortalizing his terrified expression in stone. Finally reunited, Danae would embrace her son, thankful that she would no longer have to live in fear. Leaving the island behind them, Perseus, Andromeda and Danae would decide to return to Argos, the place of Perseus's birth, where his grandfather, Acrisius, still ruled as king. But before he left, Perseus would return his gifts to the gods, with Athena taking Medusa's severed head and placing it on her shield, a final punishment for her former priestess, with it remaining a symbol of Athena's dominance and power. Returning to Argos, Perseus was hailed as a hero for slaying Medusa, with all the townspeople encouraging him to join a local athletics tournament where he could compete against some of the strongest men in Greece. With the event underway and Perseus dominating the competition, it would soon be his turn to throw the discus. Spinning with all his might, Perseus would forget his own strength, with the discus flying off into the crowd, killing a member of the audience. Running over to the body, he discovered that it was none other than his grandfather, King Acrisius, lying dead on the floor, the discus having struck him on the head. And so, just as the prophecy had predicted so many years ago, King Acrisius had died at the hands of his grandson, a lesson that no mortal can run from their fate. But having shed the blood of a family member, something that was deeply frowned upon and considered one of the worst crimes in ancient Greek society, Perseus was no longer able to stay in Argos. Instead, he would found his own kingdom, Mycenae, north of Argos and west of Athens, which would soon become the most powerful city in Greece. Its great walls were constructed with massive boulders, too large for any man to lift alone, with Perseus enlisting the help of the mighty Cyclopses, whose craftsmanship was unrivaled. Ruling over the city, Perseus and Andromeda would have many children together, with their family's reign lasting for generations to come. But unknown to them, one of their descendants would become the most famous hero of them all. For the son of Zeus and Alcmene would be the great hero Heracles, whose famous 12 labours would echo throughout every corner of the world.
Hercules. Hercules, Hercules, Hercules.
But for all his fame and glory, Heracles' beginnings hold some of the most tragic and sad tales of all Greek myth. As Zeus sat on his throne on Mount Olympus, he looked down upon the world, with the beautiful Alcmena, the grandchild of Perseus, catching his eye. Descending to earth, Zeus would lay with Alcmena, with her soon falling pregnant with a son named Heracles, later known as Hercules to the Romans, with Zeus planning to make his son the next great king of Greece. But little did he know that his wife Hera, the queen of the gods, had been watching these events unfold. In the past she had sat idle, while Zeus had fathered many illegitimate children, but this time she had finally had enough. When Zeus swore an oath to give kingship to the next descendant of Perseus, thinking it would be his son Heracles, Hera saw an opportunity to get revenge on her husband. When Heracles was about to be born, she used her magic to delay the birth, while also speeding up the birth of another descendant of Perseus, a child called Eurystheus. As Eurystheus had been born just mere seconds before Heracles, he had become the next descendant of Perseus, with Zeus being forced to give him the kingship instead.
Damn.
While Zeus could do nothing about his son's lost kingdom, he did manage to get his own revenge on Hera. After Heracles was born, Zeus brought him up to Hera's bedchamber on Olympus. As she was sleeping, Zeus placed the infant on Hera's breast, where Heracles was able to feed on the goddess's milk, stealing some of her divine power for himself. Startled, Hera woke up and threw the baby off her chest, with her milk spraying across the heavens. This milk would settle out in space, becoming known as the Milky Way. Zeus chuckled to himself and brought Heracles back to Earth, placing him in a crib next to his mother. Back on Olympus, Hera was furious. This was too great an embarrassment for her to ignore, and so, in an attempt to kill Heracles, she sent 2 snakes into his crib. To her surprise, Heracles just giggled and grabbed a snake in each hand, strangling them with the strength he had just stolen from her. Hera looked down at the scene in rage, vowing to make Heracles' life as difficult as possible.
Damn.
Growing up, Heracles received an education from some of the most renowned masters of Greece in all things from archery to music. One thing that became clear from a young age was that Heracles had a very short temper. This, combined with his supernatural strength, made him dangerous to both his friends and enemies alike. Linus, his music teacher, found this out the hard way when he was teaching the young hero to play an instrument called the lyre. Heracles lacked the finesse to play the instrument and became infuriated by the constant corrections of his teacher. After some particularly harsh criticism, he ended up smashing Linus on the back of the head with the instrument, killing him instantly. While Heracles only received a minor punishment, his temper would go on to cause him many issues in his later life. Upon reaching manhood, Heracles would marry the Theban princess Megaera, with the pair having 3 children together. However, Heracles' good fortune was not looked upon favourably by Hera, who still harboured resentment for her husband's illegitimate son. Not only was he now married, but he was Heracles' later life. Upon reaching manhood, Heracles would marry the Theban princess Megaera, with the pair having 3 children together. However, Heracles' good fortune was not looked upon favourably by Hera, who still harboured resentment for her husband's illegitimate son. Not only was he now married, but he was also in line to become the next king of Thebes. Hera would now act on the vow she had taken all those years ago. Heracles' happiness could not continue. Heracles, completely oblivious to the scheming of Hera, came home one day to find his door broken down. Running inside, he found that his family were nowhere to be seen. When he cried out to them, several hideous monsters appeared from the back of the house and began to crawl towards him. Finding himself overcome with an unnatural rage, Heracles lashed out at the monsters, killing one with a powerful strike to the head. The other monsters began to run away in fear, but Heracles, now in a blind rage, would not allow any to escape, chasing them down one by one, before killing them with his bare hands. It was only then that Hera dispelled her magic, lifting her illusion from Heracles' eyes. The hero watched in horror as the monsters transformed back into their original form. His own family now lay dead before him. He frantically shook their bodies, trying to wake them up, tears flooding from his eyes. But it was too late. Hera's magic had done its job, and he would now forever live with the guilt of having murdered his own wife and children. As Heracles looked down at his blood-stained hands, he realised he would have to atone for his crimes. The murder of a family member was considered one of the most serious crimes in ancient Greece, and if Heracles did not atone for his crimes, then the Furies would hunt him down and torture him for eternity. The only person he knew that could give him guidance was the famous Oracle of Delphi, and so he exiled himself from his home in Thebes and started his journey of redemption.
One of these threads doesn't
The
look
Oracle
right.
of Delphi was the mouthpiece of Apollo, able to deliver prophecies and guidance from the god. On this occasion, however, Hera managed to use her magic to influence some of the Oracle's words. When Heracles asked what he should do to atone for his crimes, the Oracle responded that he had to serve King Eurystheus of Mycenae for 10 years, who was the descendant of Perseus that had been born just mere seconds before Heracles. Understanding his task, Heracles bowed to the Oracle, stood up, and began his long voyage to Mycenae. After some particularly harsh not only was he now married, but he was also...
Star 130. Okay, that's where we're gonna stop. Look at it. Look at it. It's going on. I missed a stitch somewhere right here. I'm not sure if you can see that. Look at that. Nope, should have picked a different color. Okay, whatever. But there's a stitch that's coming out. And it ain't right, yo. It ain't right. Now the question is, should I go back to fix it? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah, it's 2 hours of work. It's a lot of work. Or is it good enough to ignore? Interesting. Now ignore it. Alright, peace out. Boom, doo, 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 doo. Peace.